So hello everyone. Today we'll discuss about the last operator. Okay. So in that we discuss about the assignment operator and the special operators. Okay. So today we will complete the all operators, and a day after tomorrow we'll start the decision making statements. So right now in last lecture we discussed about the bitwise operator. In that bitwise AND is there, bitwise OR is there, bitwise XOR is there, left shift, right shift, and negation is there. Okay. So these operators are not so useful, but the bitwise and bitwise OR, bitwise XOR, if you want to perform a bit by bit operation, then we can use that. Okay, for example, if you want to find an even number, then bitwise AND is useful for us. If you find the uh, another things like that, we can use bitwise operator. But the important thing is that the most of the questions from the interview come for the topic of bitwise operator. So the most of they will ask regarding the negation, because lots of students didn't understand the concept of negation, and they will focus on that concept. If the student is capable to understand the negation operation, then he or the interviewer thought that the student have the more imagination power, like that stuff. So we will cover the interview questions of negations. So in that majorly focuses on the negations. So in the memory, we can store only positive bits. So they will ask regarding how we'll store the number, can able to store the positive number, can able to store the negative number. So like that, they will ask the question. So briefly, you can say that yes, we can store the positive number, but we cannot able to store the negative number. This is your answer. Okay. So they will ask if you want to perform minus 2, okay, or if you want to perform multiplication operation on minus 2 multiplied by 4, can I able to do that? The answer is yes, you can able to do that. But they will ask how you said that the negative values will not store in the variable in the Python, but we are performing the operation. Then we can answer that we can store negative number in the form of 2's complement. In the form of 2's complement, that means the negative number will be converted into positive number by using a 2's complement, and afterwards we can store that into the memory. Okay, so you can give that answer. Okay, so they will ask about MSB, most significant bit. Okay, so make a note of that. If you have a binary and that binary will start it from the 1, okay, I'm talking about 8 bit only. Okay, 8 bit, 16 bit, 32 bit, I'm talking about that. So if the starting bit is 1, then we can say that the given number is negative. If the starting number is a 0, then we can say that the given number is a positive. Make a note of that. These are the most important points we'll ask in the interview questions. We will be asked in the interview questions. Okay. The last point, in the Python programming, we can store the negative number in the form of 2's complement. Then they will ask what is a 2 complement, how we'll do that. So just we need to convert, say that. So first of all, we have a number, assume that I will need to convert into binary. After that, we will apply the 1's complement. And we all know that if we give any number, for example 10, then we get the minus 11. So we will do minus 11 as a binary number, and after that we will apply the 1's complement, and later on we will apply the 2's complement. Then the resultant of the positive number and the resultant of the negative number will match, and according to that we can say that the given number we can store as a positive, and by using a 2's complement. Make a note of that. 2's complement will be applicable for the negative number. We cannot able to apply it for the positive number. If we are trying to apply, then we get the different answer. So we there's a chances of confusion. So avoid it and watch this video. If you required any query, let me know about that. We'll discuss and we'll solve your problem. Now, so this is about what bitwise operator. Now we'll discuss about the arithmetic operator. In that arithmetic operator, sorry, assignment operator, we can able to perform, there are different 11 operations. Okay, so we can combine the arithmetic operator, we can combine the uh, what do we say, bitwise operator inside that. Okay, so combination of these operator, we have assignment operator. First one, plus is equals to, that means it will perform addition. We'll discuss one by one. Just check about this symbols. Plus equals to, minus equals to, that means this one is a assignment operator of addition, subtraction operator of subtraction, multiplication operator of assignment, division operator of the assignment, percentage operator, that means modulus operator of assignment. This one is what is double slash symbol, why we use Ashpak? This double slash means what? We already did in arithmetic operator. I'm not asking about double slash and is equals to. Just tell me what is a double slash. Yogeshwari, why we use
It
double?
is floor.
Yeah, what? It is a
Floor
floor.
division, sir.
Yeah, it is a floor division operator. Make a note of that. There's a difference between division and floor division operator. When we divide any number by using a division operator, we get result as fractional float. Make a note of that. This question will ask in the interview. Okay, so don't confuse. And when we perform the division operator, floor division operator, if the both numbers are the integer, then we will get the result as an integer. Okay, so there is a no difference. After that, this is a what, this operator double asterisk symbol. Why we use that? What is the full name of that double asterisk symbol? Does anyone knows that?
Raised to or exponent.
Yeah, exponent. But what is the full name of that? You can say that power operator or exponent operator. Okay, make a note of that. Okay, so they will ask question regarding exponent, they will ask question regarding power. So after that, we already learn about the and or, that is a bitwise and. Okay, what about logical and? Logical and will be the a and d. Okay, so this one is a bitwise or, this one is a bitwise XOR, this one is a bitwise left shift, bitwise right shift. So we can able to perform this operator. Before that, just I want to say, in other languages like C language, the C++ language. So just I will show you the demo. So you will get the idea. This is my ideally tool. Okay, so in other languages, in C language, or we can say that C++ language, we are using one operator. Okay, plus plus and minus minus. Okay, what is the meaning of that operator? Does anyone know about that plus plus and minus minus?
Increment and decrement operator.
Yeah, the meaning of that is increment or decrement operator. If you want to increment value, okay, if you want to increment a value by one, then we will use increment operator and decrement operator. These are the most useful operator where we use in a C language, C++, and Java language. Still, we are using that application. So for that reason, sir, here I will write the language like C, the language like C++, and the language like Java. We are using operator called as a plus plus, and we can also use the operator called as a minus minus. So what does it mean? The plus plus is mean called as increment operator, and the minus minus is called as a decrement operator. So suppose if I trying to use this operator in Python, is it feasible? Is it applicable? So for example, here I am storing the value x is equals to 10, and I'm trying to use x plus plus, or trying to use the plus plus x. Both are the same. We already know about that. So this one is a post operator. When we use the plus plus after the variable, then that will be a post increment. So here I will write x plus plus called as a post increment, and plus plus x called as a pre-increment. Okay, so these increments are we are using in the other languages. And when we talk about the minus minus symbol, so similarly x minus minus is a post decrement, and minus minus plus, so minus minus x is nothing but it's called as pre-decrement. Pre-decrement. Okay, so just if we're trying to use this variable inside the Python, so does we get the output, yes or no? What do you think that? Does we get the output? Because this type of question will ask in the interview, and I'm covering the date, topic as well as the interview preparation for that. So once we completed the core Python and advanced Python, so we will get the idea regarding the interview questions. So we'll prepare for that. So what do you think?
No, sir.
Who says Ankita? Ankita, you said that you cannot able to use that, or you can use. So
Yes, use.
does it get the output, or does it get the error? What do you think?
Sir, it gets error.
Error. Ashpak, what do you think that?
सर एरर ही आएगा लग रहा है.
कंफर्म नहीं है क्या?
नहीं सर।
Okay, so the meaning is that we get the error. Okay, what is the reason behind that? Because Python does not support increment and decrement operator. Okay, so among that we'll get the error in what? X plus plus. We did not get error for the plus plus x. Make a note of that. Is maybe problem hai. Okay, but the value will not increment. And make a note of that. If you want to increment the value inside a Python, then we cannot able to use increment and decrement operator. Okay, for example, we get the error. We can say that we get the error for what? We get the error for what? Post increment operator. Okay, so जो x plus plus है, yeah, we can say that x minus minus है, so we get the error. Okay, we did not get the error, but value will not increment for what? Plus plus. So here I'm using plus plus x and minus minus x. So in that case, we did not get any error, but value will not increment. Make a note of that. So let's do prove that. So here I'm trying to use x is equals to 10, x is equals to 10. I am trying to use x plus plus. See, we get the error, invalid syntax. But when we're trying to use plus plus x, we did not get the error. Okay, so it will print the value of x. So the meaning of x plus plus, it does not affect on the variable. So make a note of that. The important concept is Python. ये इंटरव्यू का क्वेश्चन है, और जो भी इंटरव्यू के क्वेश्चन मैं बोल रहा हूँ ना, स्लाइडली रिवाइज करते समय या वीडियो वॉच करते समय साइडली कहाँ लिखते रखो। ओके, ये इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चन भूल जाते हैं हम, लाइक म्यूटेबल कंसेप्ट, म्यूटेबल कंसेप्ट हमने पढ़ा है, हम वर्किंग में, बट अगर रिवाइज नहीं करते हो तो अगेन वी नीड टू रिवाइज ऑल थिंग्स, सो इट टुक मोर टाइम, वी डोंट हैव अ टाइम, we have a time of only 2 to 3 months to complete the syllabus, and after completion of syllabus we need to focus on the only interview question and aptitude questions. Okay, so we don't have a time. So according to that, just write it. So here I will make a note or interview question in that Python does not support what? Increment and decrement operator. This is the most important statement. Okay. So for that, if you want to increment the variable or decrement the variable, for example, if you want to find the even number from what do we say, from 1 to 100, then if the increment and decrement operator is not available, then how will find out? Okay, so there will be a problem. So for that, we can use a assignment operator. And we can use assignment operator. So what is the assignment operator? So for example, let's discuss about the only addition. We'll discuss about the other things later on. So first of all, we'll discuss about the addition operator. So what is the addition operator? Here I will use plus equals to. So this is the assignment operator. What is the meaning of that operator? So here, if you want to perform this operation, we require to use two operands. Okay, two variables we require to use. Okay, so either we can use one variable and one value, it's valid. Okay, no worry. So for example, here I'm using x plus equals to y, x plus equals to y. What does it mean? It means that the given result will be, it will perform the addition between x and y, and the result will be stored in a x. Okay, so that means x is equals to x plus y. It means that the it will perform the addition and the result will be stored in a x. So this is about what? Addition. So let's do the operation. So in that here I'm trying to use x is equals to 10 and y is equals to 20. Okay, now I will use operation print round bracket x plus equals to y, and here I will use a comma and the result will be printed x plus equals to y. Okay. Afterwards, just after doing the operation, we'll print the value of x and y also. So here I'm printing the value of print x and y. Okay. So before that, also we're trying to print the value of x and y. So we'll get the idea regarding that. Okay. So here I will write the statement after operation. Okay. Semicolon to separate them after operation. Okay, and here we require to use comma. So also we'll print this value before operation. So we'll get the actual difference between the assignment operator. Okay, so here I will write before operation. Here I will write also before operation. Okay. So we did that. So save that program. Here I will save it in the PP programs. So here I will write in the dives PP programs. Where is that? Here is PP programs, and inside that I will trying to save assign uh, dot py. Okay, thing that's open command prompt. Just trying to use. So I'm trying to use the directory cd pp programs, the pp tab programs. Now use clrss. Now type the py or python. We can use py or python. Okay. So here I use the assign AWS and trying to execute that. Thing is remaining what x plus equals to y. Where we did the error d at program print. Okay. Okay, here I given the semicolon, so that's why we get the error. Here I given the semicolon. So just execute one more time. Again we get the error. What is the error? We did not have any error. Okay, just wait for that. Check. Everything's hash. Now I'm trying to execute it program, so we get the value. Don't worry about that. So here I'm using a print in round bracket, double quote, double quote. Yes, it's no problem, comma, it's also no problem. It will use a round bracket over here. There is a chances that don't know about that. Why we get that? We store the result inside that variable. T is equals to what? So, here I will do the operation x plus equals to y. See, we perform the operation. Okay, so the operation will be performed, the result will be stored in x. And later on, when we perform the operation, see the value of x will be changed. Earlier it was a 10 and 20, and when we perform that operation, we get this value. So what should I do here? Here I will use right now print on bracket open the error again because it does not store any value. Because ऐसा operation हम कर रहे हैं तो it's okay, it's quite easy. Okay, don't worry about that. ऐसा हो रहा है. But when we try, so let's do the practical by using what ideally to. So इसके अंदर देखते हैं there may be problem inside that file, new file. One, I'm trying to use print operation x plus plus 2y. Okay. So from this operation and print that value. That value. Save it. abcd.py. Just abc. File will be saved. abc.py and run that program. Module. Let's syntax required a space. Just 1 minute. X plus We don't have an error in the program right now. There is some changes required. Because see, when you're trying to perform this operation, so right now I'm trying to perform this operation. What does it mean? It means that where is a hash? It means that x is equals to x plus y. X is equals to x plus y. We did that. Okay. So now we're trying to use that operation over here also. X is equals to x plus equals to y. Okay. And now I'm trying to execute that model. We get the output. See, before the operation, the value of x is a 10. Before operation, the value of y is 20. After operation, the value of x is a 30. After operation, the value of y is 20. That means x is equals to x plus y. The result will be stored inside that. Okay. So the result will be stored inside that. But just I will check that. Don't worry about that. I will check and inform you. Okay. So this is about what addition operator. So in that case, if you want to increment the value, for example, here I'm trying to use what? Here just I want to remove this, and here I'm trying to use what? I want to increment the value of x only. I want to increment the value of x only. So what should I do here? I will use print, and just I will use x plus equals to 2. What does it mean? It means that the given value will be incremented by x plus 2. That means we get the value as x is equals to get the value as x is equals to 12. Let's do that and let's check. Did we get the error? See, we get the error. I think there is a problem inside that operator. I will check and update you. Okay, but still, if you want to perform this operation directly, then it is possible. How about that? Print of x. So I'm trying to execute that program. We get the value. See, we get the value as a 12. The value will be incremented by using the operation we don't know. So let's do another way. So just I'm trying to use the value from the user. So for that I'm using input. Here I will write enter first value. First value. The value we need to use a typecasting for that. So accepted. Now just will use print bracket x is equals to the given value must be incremented by syntax से execute ही नहीं कर पा रहा है. Okay, so just I will check and update you. So we'll cover another point. So rest of point will cover once we resolve this query. So the next point is called as, see, the next point is called as ternary operator. Now we'll discuss about the ternary operator. So did anyone know what is a ternary operator, why we use, and what will be the syntax of ternary operator? Does anyone knows that? Kita, did you know about the ternary operator?
No,
Kita,
sir.
you don't know about the ternary operator. Any other student, Yogeshwari, did you know about the ternary operator?
No, sir.
Okay. So for example, can I say that, see, if you want to execute in that, if we are trying to use a three operands, okay, for example, okay, here I will pass the condition, assume that this one is a condition. So these operators are useful in a C language and other languages. So here, if the condition is true, you will print the first value, whatever it may be. And if the condition is a false, so here I will use a question mark. This one is a ternary operator. So I think hope so आपने देखा होगा इसे. So and it will print the second value. This is about the ternary operator. In there we are trying to use three different operators: first, second, and third. Okay. So for example, here I'm trying to use example. I will give you example. If I'm trying to use 10 mod by what? 2. Here I'm trying to use 10 mod by 2. Okay, so that means if the condition is a true, is equals to 0. Okay, so this is my condition to find out the even number. So we all know that mod operator is used to calculate the remainder. If we divide that number, we get the quotient as a 5 and remainder as a 0. If 0 is equals to 0, if this statement is a true, then print like that, print even. Okay, otherwise print. So this is the what ternary operator, and you can use this operator inside C language, C++, and Java. Okay, but when you're trying to use this operator inside the Python, then Python will get the error. Okay, so Python will get the error. So why we get the error? Because Python does not support ternary operator. मैं ये क्यों पढ़ा रहा हूँ आपको कि फॉर एग्जांपल अभी अर्लियर मैंने पढ़ाया कि ये इंक्रीमेंट एंड डिक्रीमेंट ऑपरेटर आर नॉट सपोर्टेड बाय द पाइथन. सिमिलरली टर्नरी ऑपरेटर का सिंटैक्स भी बताया. देन आई विल टॉट यू कि टर्नरी ऑपरेटर व्हेन वी ट्राइंग टू यूज देन वी गेट द एरर. सो ये क्यों बता रहा हूँ? बिकॉज सच अ टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चन आस्क इन द इंटरव्यू. So if student know about the ternary operator, he can say that yes, we can use the ternary operator inside the Python. But this is the wrong answer. We cannot able to use the ternary operator inside the Python. It will get the error. But when I trying to use this operator inside the Java, C, C++, it will be executed. So note that ternary operator is not supported by Java. Sorry, Python. Ternary operator by Java. Ternary operator is supported by the C, C++, or Java language, but it is not supported by Python. Make a note of that. This is the most important question. And if they will ask what is a ternary operator, you can say that we need to provide the condition. If the condition is a true, we get the first value. This one is the first value. Okay, and this one is a second. If the condition is a false, then we get the second value. Okay, so here I already given the statement ternary operator is not supported by the Python. Okay, so now we'll discuss about the special operator. Okay. So we have a problem in assignment operator. We'll check and we'll resolve the query as early as possible, and just we'll do it later because we require more time for that. So just we'll use a special operator concept. Okay, so in that special operator we have two operator: identity operator and membership operator. So here spatial operator is there. Spatial operator. So in that we have two operators. First one is identity operator. And this question is also important. What is an identity operator? And second one is a membership operator. Membership. So in that section, membership operator and identity operator are there. So among that two operators, we'll discuss one by one. So in the first, it will check the identity of two variables, whether they are same or whether they are different. So for that, we are using a is, and second one is second one is these two operators we are using in identity to check the identity of two variables. And in membership operator we can use in and in not. Make a note of that. Not in, sorry, not in. ये थोड़ा सा confusing है. See, when we think about the is operator, so we directly use is not. Okay, when we think about the membership operator, in that section we are not using that. Okay, so we can use not in not in, not in. So these two operators are major important question, and they will ask the question regarding these two operators. Let's start with the identity operator, and after that we'll prove what we want to say. So first we'll start the identity operator. We already know that the concept of equality. Okay, so we already know that the concept of what we say mutable and immutable. We already know that. Okay, and for byte array, we already know that what are the requirement, by how value we can use up to 0 to 256. We already did that. Okay, so make a note of that. Identity operator does not check value. Here I will write identity does not check operands is what it will check is what it will check the object. We already know that the function of id, it will print the id function, for example. So here is an ideally tool, and in that ideally tool, see, x is equals to 10. So if you want to print the id of x, that means value of x, so where the value will be stored, then we use the id. So this one is a id. So make a note of that. The interviewer will ask the question regarding identity operator, how identity operator will works, and what are the major issue, major importance of that identity. So in that section we need to specify it will check on objects only, it will check only objects, only object value. It will check only object value. Okay, but when we talk about that identity operator, does it support the value? For example, here I'm trying to use 10 and 10. 10 is 10. So in that case, it does not check the value. In that case, it does not check the value. What will be the first value? What will be the second value? It does not check. It will check the addresses of 10 and another 10. Okay. So for example, we all know that the concept of mutability and immutability. Here I'm trying to store the value as a 10, and here I will provide the name as X. See, there is a, here I will provide the X name, and here I will provide the Y name, and here I want to store the value as 10. So how many objects will be created? We already did in the previous session. How many objects are created? When we use X and Y, X is equals to 10, and here I will write the statement. Here I will write the statement, so we get the idea. X is equals to 10, Y is equals to 10. So does anyone knows how many objects will be created? One or two? One or two? How many objects are created? Let me know about that. Just quickly answer by using chat box. Answer it quickly. So how many objects are created? Either it will be create one object, or either it will create two objects. I'm audible to all?
One, sir.
Okay. Ashpak said one. Yogeshwari said. What do you think, Ankita? How many objects are created? So in that section, only one object will be created. The reference variables are different, but only one object. So in that case, only identity operator will work. In that case, only identity operator works. Otherwise, no operator will work. Make a note of that. So that is a difference between identity operator and equality operator. So in that case, I can use x is y, and we get the output values true. We get the output value is there is a limitation for that, we all know that. Okay, so when we use integer, in that case, when I store the value in a variable, then it will create a older object. First of all, it will check whether that object is created, and if yes, then it will reference another variable to the same object, and up to what value? Up to 256. See, here I'm trying to use x is equals to 258 and y is equals to 20. We can say that. In that case, how many objects will be created? Sorry. In that case, reference variable will be same. Just one. Just one. In that case, I'm trying to use, see, x is equals to x. I'm trying to use x is equals to 258 and y is equals to also 258. In that case, how many objects will be created? Let me know about that. How many objects will be created? One or two? One or two? What do you
Sir,
think that?
one.
One or two? What do you think?
One,
Sir, yeah,
sir.
two objects will be created.
In that section, two objects will be created. What is the reason? Ashpak, you forgotten the theory about bitwise bytes. Okay, so clear that mutable and immutable concept. In that, up to 1 to up to 0 to 256, up to 0 to 256, it will create only one object. It will create only one object. But beyond the 256, when I trying to use same variable, then at that time it will create two different objects. So now when I trying to use over here x is y, then it will return false, because it does not check value. It does not check value. It will check the address which are stored in the object. Okay, so object का address check करता है. So in that case we get the output as a false. And I trying to use x is equals to y. X is equals to y. Then what will be the value? Ankita, what do you think that what value we get? Either it is a true or false. When I trying to use x is equals to y. Just let me know about that. What do you think that? Either true or
Sir,
false,
it will be
error will be
true.
generated.
It will be true, sir.
It will be true. Ankita, what do you think that? Sorry, Ashfaq?
हाँ सर,
हाँ,
ट्रू लग रहा है, ट्रू।
ट्रू लग रहा है, कॉन्फिडेंट नहीं है योगेश्वरी. सो इट विल प्रिंट द ट्रू.
सर फॉल्स लग रहा था।
लग रहा नहीं, false नहीं, true. Why? Because see, I already made a statement. When we use is operator, it will check the addresses, and when we use double equal to operator, it will check the value. It will check the value. Let's prove that. See, here I'm trying to x is equals to 10 and y is equals to 10. Now x is y. It will return true because only one object is created. We already did that discussion. When I trying to use x is equals to 256 and y is equal, sorry, y just x is equals to 258 and y is equals to also 258. In that time, two objects will be created because the range is 0 to 256. When I trying to use x is y, we get the false value because identity operator does not check value. Identity operator does not check operand's value. It will check only the object value by using id function जो भी आता है. So now if we're trying to check the id of x, see, id of x, we get the value. And when you're trying to check the id of y, we get the different values. See, last 336 is there, and here 304 is there. The values are different. So that's why identity operator returns false. Identity operator returns false. But I'm trying to use x is equals to y. X is equals to y. The equality operator will check the value. It does not check the addresses. ये क्वेश्चन इंटरव्यू में आता है और इस पे बहुत डिस्कशन होता है, स्टूडेंट कंफ्यूज होता है, तो इसलिए बोलता है मे बी ट्रू, मे बी फॉल्स. वी नीड टू फोकस ऑन द फिक्स आंसर. सी वी गेट द ट्रू वैल्यू. See, we get the true value and we need to specify the answer also. So here I will write equal to operator. So equal to, and that means that it will check operand operand's value. It will check the operand's value. Okay, make a note of that. It will check the operand's value. So ये difference होता है is में. और is not क्या होता है? अगर दोनों compare नहीं है तो, so for example here I want to specify x is not y. That means there are two different objects are there. That's why I'm using x is not. X is y. That means what? The object is only one. That's why it will result will be true. So here we get the true result. Why? Because x contains 250 value and y contains 250 value, means two different objects are created. So you get the true value. Get the true value. See, so I'm trying to use x is equal to 10, y is equal to also 10. That means x is y true, but x is not y false because only one object is created. Why? So if two operand wants to compare, okay, then if the two operands have the two different objects. Okay, so in that case, x is equals to 10 and y is equals to 10. We have only one object. And in that case, 255, 258, 258, because the range beyond the value. Okay, in that case, we cannot able to create one object. So internally, it will be create two objects. So in that case, अगर ऐसा लगता है कि दोनों सेम नहीं है, तो आपको x is not use करना है. Okay, so then it will return the y. So see, I will give more demo. X is equals to 300 and y is equals to 300. In that case, how many objects will be created? How many objects will be created? One or two?
Two.
Two objects are created. Okay, what about the addresses? Address same hai या different hai? Different hai. So in that case, x is y, we get the false value. X is not y, we get the true value. X is equals to y, we get the true value. Okay, so this is about what? Identity operator. This is about what? Identity operator. So now we'll discuss about the. Did you get that identity operator concept, or wants to revise that one more time? So hope so you will get that. Just revise this video, accept that assignment operator, skip that part, scroll down करो या आगे बढ़ाओ उसे. So accept that part. You need to watch repeated that video because I think okay मैंने देखा भी है बहुत जगह पे identity operator membership operator पे interview में question होता है. Okay, so that's why clear this point and watch this video repeatedly. Ashfaq,
Yes,
you
sir.
get that? You need to watch the video repeatedly. Okay, so now the
Yes,
next
sir. Yes.
operator is membership operator. Membership. Name itself indicates that it will check the membership, whether that part or whether that variable or whether that value is a member of another value. So that term called as a membership operator, variable. And membership operator will be work on the list, object, people, what we say, bytes, byte array, उस पे ही work होती है membership operator. Okay, so it will not work on other integer, float, fractional number. So इसमें क्या होता है? It will check whether or it will check what we say it will check the value inside the list. We can say that tuple, we can say that set, we can say that position set, like etc. Okay, it check the values inside the object. Here I will write objects. So it will check the value, or it will check whether the value inside the object or not. If it is a yes, then it will true, or it will, if it is a false, then it will return false. Okay, for example, x is equals to, I'm creating the list object over here. So these are the value 10, 20, 30. Okay, assume that. So the object will be created, and if you want to check the type of x, then we get the return value as a list. We get the return value as a list. We already know about that. Okay, so in that membership operator हम कैसे use करेंगे? Just we need to use x in, we need to use 10 in x, 10 in x, whether that 10 is a member of ax. See, color match हो रहा है. Whether that 10 is in x, if it is a true, if the 10 is available, then it will return a true, are true. Otherwise, if I am going to use 100 in x, 100 in x, so it will return false. So did you get that concept? Whether if the value is a member of that object, then it will true. Then it will say true. Or whether that value is not a member of that object, then it will return false. Okay, so this is the membership operator. Make note of that. In is a membership operator. So let's do the practical. You will get idea. So here I'm trying to create the object. See, I'm trying to create the object x is equals to. अभी ये मैं इंटरव्यू पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू ही पढ़ा रहा हूँ, हाँ, ये कॉन्सेप्ट. सो ये मेजरली हम नहीं यूज करते, बट ये इंटरव्यू में क्वेश्चन पूछे जाते हैं. सो x, so I will use and in what. So first of all, I will check the what is the type of x. So here I will use what is the type of x. The type is a list. So now I want to check and in x. Okay, what do you think? Does it return true or does it return false? Make a note of that. The membership operator and identity operator both returns boolean value only. That means it will return true or false. Okay, so 10 in x. What do you think? It will return the true or false, or the membership operator is not supported by the Python. ऐसा कुछ है क्या? Because membership operator is not available in C, C++ और Java. So ऐसा तो नहीं हो सकता. एक तो जनरेट एरर करेगा या नहीं करेगा, ये हो सकता है. What do you think? So it will say, it will confirm that the 10 is a member of X. It will return the true. When I trying to use 20 in X, 2. When I trying to use 50 and X, now what do you think? 50 is a member of X? Yes or no? Spark, what do you
No.
think? 50 is a
No, sir.
no. So what result we get? Either true or false? What do you think?
False, false.
False. We get the false output. See, but I want to check. See, 50 not in X. Now, what do you think? True or false? What I am
True.
saying, 50 is a not a member
True.
of X. It is a true or false? True. We get the output true. I am saying 210 not in Y. Sorry, X. What do you think? N is a not a member of X.
False.
False.
False. Great. So this is about what? Membership operator. It will check the membership only and it will return true or false. So this is the overall about the operator. One bit is the remaining assignment operator. And let's check what are the problem. I will check and I will update you. So this is about it. So just I quickly revise that topics which I covered today. So first one is the we covered about the negation operator. Later on we covered about the increment and decrement. ये भी important question है operator. So we need to say that it does not support increment and decrement operator. Similarly, ternary operator, it does not support when we talk about the identity operator means what? Is and is not. Okay, so these are the two operator. Okay, and the membership operator is what? Membership operator in and not in. Confused नहीं होना है. इज नॉट की जगह इज इन नॉट नहीं कर देना है, नॉट इन. ओके, ये रिवर्स में वर्क होते हैं. ओके, सो जस्ट आई विल गिव यू सम एग्जांपल एंड लेट मी नो अबाउट दैट regarding identity and membership. So x is equals to 20 and y is equals to 256. Sorry, x is equals to y is equals to also 20. So what do you think that? Do you think that when we use when we use identity operator, what output will get? How many objects will be created? Two or one? Two or one? X is equals to 20 and y is equals to 20. How many objects are created? One or two?
One, sir.
One object. So that means it will say true. That means it will say true. So now I'm using x is equals to 256 and y is equals to also 256. How many objects will be created? How many objects will be created?
One.
1. That means it will again say true. Now x is equals to 300 and y is equals to 300. How many objects will be created? Two,
Two.
two or
Two,
one?
sir. Two.
Two or one? Two.
Two, sir.
That means we get the output as false when we use is. Okay. Okay. So for that, when we use x is not y. X is not y. Consider the value of x is 20 and y is equals to 20. What will be the output? X is not y. What will be the output? True or false? Here I'm saying x, the value identity, or we can say the address of x is not equal to address of y. Is not means what? The address of x is not equal to address of y. For x is equals to 20 and y is equals to 20. What will be the output? True or false? Don't be
False.
confused. How many objects will be created? Only one. If it is one, then it will always represent false. Okay, same operation for what? Same operation for x is equals to 300 and y is equals to 300. How many objects are created? Two. Then it will say ओके. सो कंफ्यूज नहीं, प्रैक्टिस करो, आपको ये कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर हो जाएगा. सो ये हो गया मेंबरशिप का आइडेंटिटी का. और मेंबरशिप ऑपरेटर का क्या है? सो इन एंड नॉट इन. ओके, सो अगर वैल्यू पार्ट है ऑब्जेक्ट का देन इट विल रिटर्न ट्रू, अगर वैल्यू पार्ट नहीं है ऑब्जेक्ट का देन विल रिटर्न द फॉल्स बाय यूजिंग इन. ओके, फॉल्स. अगर वैल्यू पार्ट नहीं है, इन नॉट इन, इट विल रिटर्न ट्रू, अगर पार्ट है देन इट विल रिटर्न फॉल्स. So this is about the membership operator and special operator, and I have completed that. So interview point of view में मैंने complete किया है. So अगर कोई query है let me know, I will upload this lecture. Okay, so just assignment operator का जितने भी query है problem है skip that and we'll do more operation, or just I will remove that part and I will update it. Okay, so does anyone have question regarding that? Only 3 members are joined. I think Manisha and Sachin is also joined. Manisha, unmute yourself. Sachin, also unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
3 वाजता का join नाही झाली तू? Sachin.
हॅलो
Proper
सर
topic
बाहेर
वर
गेलो.
join. Okay, just watch this video.